Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we're going to be unboxing January 2026, month one of the Southern Skeins Notions Club. This is a quarterly subscription box. The boxes will be arriving January, April, July, and October. This subscription box is $45 a quarter, $8.11 shipping. So the total I paid was $53.11. So, real quick, we have had horrible weather here in the Southeast for the last couple weeks, and it has delayed shipping for a number of things. Also, Southern Skeins has been in the middle of moving warehouses. So this subscription box did not get here until April, or not April. That'd be really interesting. But no, this didn't get here till February 4th. It arrived today, the day I'm filming this. Y'all will see this in a couple of days. But so this did get here late. It did have a shipping delay. It got stuck in Gastonia, North Carolina for a couple of days before making its way back to South Carolina. So I know they've had a lot going on their end. I don't know how that's impacted shipping to them directly. And I also know we have had a couple of port slowdowns. So port of entry, if you're ordering anything from out of seas, overseas, out of country, words matter. I know there have been slowdowns there as well. So we're going to lead with that information. Anyway, let's get into the unboxing. So this is supposed to be a box of nothing but notions. That's the whole point to this subscription box. So this is a nice size box. When I opened it, I had this card, New Year, New Toys, Notions Club, January 2026. And on the back, it just kind of is a greeting to the subscription box. I also have an invoice that didn't give me my total price. It's just like the shipping invoice. And then we have this. That's the presentation here. So when I open this first, the first thing here on top is this portable pocket scale, which this is incredibly handy. I wouldn't have thought of this as a thing that, oh, I need to invest in but having done a muscle burra, getting ready to start a project where the goal is to use randomized amounts of yarns, and I didn't chop up my hanks in advance. I wanted to knit off random amounts. This will actually come in very handy for me. So the estimated retail value on this from a number of websites literally goes from $5 to $15, depending on where you purchase. So not a super high value item. There were far more in the $5 to $8 range, but literally this exact same model is going for $15. I think it was Walmart and Amazon have different ones of this for $15. So but I'm very glad to have that because that's not something I would have thought of. I use a standard food scale to measure my projects, but this is perfect for measuring out remaining weight of hank. I also have a cowl I'm wanting to start using my yarnable leftovers. I'd used the Raven colorway to make a muscle burra last year, and I have a little bit of the black shimmer left. And I want to do little bands of that either on the ribbing or in the center of the cowl and do like one band here and one band at the other end. So this once again, something I wouldn't thought, hey, I need to have this thing, but it will come in handy for me. Up next, we have a portable yarn spinner. So I've tried a couple of these. I think part of it is the way I knit. But I do better with the bags on my wrist, like the little dumpling bags or my mini maker bags from T-Doddles. I love the idea of these. So this one, it is Valentine's Day themed. You put your little yarn cake on there. I like these for traveling just because you put your yarn cake on there. Then you, you clamp your little wrister in place, and that actually will kind of keep your hank or skein there on your carrier. And then as you work, you know, this can freely spin. So I will give this a shot. We went from 75 degrees, almost 80 degrees, to 16 degrees. And now they're saying for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be anywhere from 50 to 70 degrees. So I may actually get some outdoor walks in. So I might try popping like the cowl or something like that on here. It's not going to work for my socks as I do work those 2 at a time. But I will give that a try and see if I like this one better than the other ones I have tried. My problem, I think, is how I knit, and most of these don't seem to spin freely enough. So my yarn will end up wrapping around the wrist cord and the spindle instead of the spindle spinning. So those in the wood with company branding or individual designs that you can have lasered or laser etched on, they range from $15 to $20. There are some that are closer to $35, but those are one brand specifically, so they were kind of like a high price point outlier. And there are some that are the wooden spinners, but they have cheaply made little wristers that look like they're like the nylon bracelet cording, not anything that, you know, you would actually want to hang 100 grams of yarn off of, much less carry around on your wrist. So those were like, I think those were $8. So I did take out the 2 extremes on that one. And like I said, $15 to $20 seemed to be the range on these across the board. Now this one, I'm going to be honest, the range on this, I did some more research. The range on this literally goes from $5 to $35. But the $35 sellers are all end production sellers. So stores like Hook and Needle, there was another yarn store that were selling these, as well as, like, obviously this is Southern Skeins that's selling these. So this is a dark wood yarn bowl, 2 holes here. We have a nice spiral. Everything is well sanded through here. It's set up to actually be used for your yarn. We don't have like the evidence of super cheap construction where there's like glue bleeding out or anything. But we have this nice heavy lacquer here, and it's obviously a thinner, you know, lacquer coat on the inside, but the bottom outside is well done. 2-piece construction here. So I actually have some of these that I ordered from Amazon. I think I still have one in my closet. If I do, I'll put a picture up. I might have given them all away now. But I purchased these on Amazon for $8.99 for part of my prize packages and giveaways. So I actually either still have or have had this exact same yarn bowl that I have given away in previous things. I really like this yarn bowl. I have nothing against this yarn bowl, but I do know what I paid for giveaway prizes. Now they do range, like I said, I think it's Hook and Needle has this for sale for $35. So there is a wide range, but as far as like manufacturer to consumer, these seem to run $5 to $10. There are some secondary sellers on Walmart and Target that are selling these for around $25. So that's, I am using the number $5 to $10 just because obviously I'm going to go with the, if I search dark wood yarn bowl, that's the price that's popping up. So that is all that we got in this box. Now you can see why I gave the disclaimer at the beginning of this. Now, like I said, Grace, we have had a devil of time getting stuff here. We have had a devil of a time with the weather. And I know that they're moving warehouse. So all of these things, like, we're going to give grace for January. This is also the first time that they've done this Notions subscription box. But the total estimated retail value was $25 to $45. I paid $45 plus shipping for the subscription box, which gives us a negative 50% savings to 0% savings. So, you know, that is a little on the first subscription box. So I love Southern Skeins. I've never gotten a subscription box from them where I thought things were questionable. I have also purchased kits from them before where the combination of everything I thought was more than worth the value. But the huge difference is all of those included their hand-dyed yarns. So that's where I'm going to come down on this. So I will come back in April, see what April's box holds. But I am, a little disappointed. I'm very excited for this, for the little pocket scale. I am very, very excited for that. I will, once again, use the portable yarn spinner and the yarn bowl. I constantly have need of yarn bowls. I have about 12 of them across the house, from vintage Pyrex bowls I'm using to actual things that were made to be yarn bowls. So there's always a need in my life for a yarn bowl. But yeah, I felt a little wrong-footed or off-footed. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. By this quarters box as a whole. If we're going to see branded things, I would probably like to see more things that are quintessentially Southern Skeins, but maybe not necessarily solely branded items. Things that just, like, we're used to seeing with their yarn subscription boxes or their holiday kits or things like that. I know, like, right now they have a really cute t-shirt subscription and everything. So maybe like a high quality tote, with pockets and stuff that has like some of the designs for their t-shirts on the tote. Things like that, maybe a little bit more exciting, I guess. While these are very useful items, I'm not mad at any of these. It's just, I had more expectations and higher expectations. If you're going to do non-branded things from your store, maybe like some of the cat wrinkles, markers, or, some of the specialty tools. I don't need one personally, but like the slap wrap, measuring tapes, things like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Based on month one, I don't know what direction to say maybe go in. So there's a little bit more tangible value, but I don't know. Especially having had so many years experience with Southern Skeins, I was very surprised. So anyway, I'm going to zip it and put it in my pocket. We're going to try to reduce my chitter chatters, my chitty chats. Save those for chitty chatty videos. But I love you guys. I hope that you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. In the comment section down below, I would love to see what you thought. Are you with me where it's like, it's not horrible, but it is kind of disappointing? Or are you team love it or team hate it? I would love to know where you guys are falling on the spectrum. Please, as long as the conversation is nice, never feel like you have to agree with me. I know we've gotten a lot of new subscribers and a lot of new people popping in here on the channel. As long as you're being respectful and kind to one another and to myself and to any company that I bring here on the channel, give your opinion freely. Just be nice. Don't be rude. Like there's a way to be honest without being rude. That's all that I ask. So I love you. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, fantastic day. As always, I look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye, guys.